Welcome back. This is Matt here from omegasports.org, and today we are bringing you the third installment of How to Run Bunch Like a Boss. Today's playbook, we are bringing you none other than the Carolina Panthers. This is the playbook that set the meta for Madden 21. It brought Bunch back to the forefront to be the number one used offensive scheme in Madden, both in regs and in MUT. Before we get into it here, two things. A, we're using the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Why? Because Tom Brady has Hot Route Master, and we like to show all the hot routes and all the abilities. Seeing most people play MUT, it makes it much more relevant. Number two, and most importantly, if you could please like the video, subscribe to the channel. We need it here. We're trying to grow. We're trying to do the best we can, and without that, we can't do that. So if you could please, if you appreciate it, if you get anything from the video, please like and subscribe and comment. I will reply to as many comments as possible, if not every single one. Let's get into it. Play number one. Smash return. So the receiver we're going to be looking for on this play here is Gronkowski. We're going to try to get him open by doing a couple things. First, we're going to put Godwin on a crosser. Number two, we're going to smart route Mike Evans. And number three, we're going to take AB and motion him out. Snap it right before he stops, as always. Boom. Excellent. Gronk finds that little gap between the zones here, but in the cover three with the outside third and the seam flat right there. So if we can get into it again here, make our two hot routes. Motion AB out, snap the ball. Look, wait. Soon as AB cuts back in on his zag route, I believe it's a zig if it goes out. So it's got to be a zag if it goes in. So let's show one more time here. We put Godwin on the crosser. Evans, we smart route him. And we'll show right now why we smart route Evans. Now we'll pretend that the user, he's covering Gronk. He's covering Gronk. That's why we put Evans on the crosser there. Because he's hitting just about the same spot on the opposite side of the field that Gronk's getting to. Now we have options. So this is a very useful way to run this play that most people don't do. You can also do one last thing here. We'll show it real quick. This will be to get Gronkowski open. We just put Godwin on a seam route or a streak, and it just keeps the third occupied a little more. It creates a little more separation of the zones, and it gets the tight end wide open there. So let's get into the next play here. The next play here is spacing switch. Spacing switch is my quick snap play out of this formation, out of the Carolina Panther formation. I don't do anything. I get up there, I quick snap it. If I see he's trying to do a lot of different things, it's exactly what I do. He's playing a lot of cover three. He's trying to make a lot of adjustments. I get into spacing switch. I snap it quick. That's it. And I'll show you a pro tip here. Pro tip number one of the video. Now, when a lot of people catch curls, hitches, comebacks, anything like that, mostly curl routes and hitches, you tend to not get any yards after the catch. You're not able to rack anything. Well, I'm going to show you how you can rack this. So you snap the ball, first of all, you bullet pass it, you lead him upfield, but you hit aggressive catch, which is why on Xbox, I believe it's triangle on PlayStation. I don't play PlayStation. But that's how you're able to take, say, a 3-yard route, as you can see here. He runs for about 3 yards. And, we're getting 15, 16 yards. A very useful play, especially when you play against someone who's running a lot of cover three and is just an adjusty demon out there. You can take advantage by going into spacing switch, snap the ball before you can do anything. He'll be flustered. He or she will be flustered. And you can keep getting 10, 12, 15, 16 yards every play. Let's get into the next play. Double post. The play that made this playbook famous. It's got an arrow route run by Antonio Brown here, or the outside receiver in the bunch. Not a very common route. You'll see a route that looks very similar in just about every other bunch. It's PA deep or PA something or another, PA fork. It's not PA fork. It's something along those lines. It's in the West Coast playbook. It's in the Patriots playbook. It's in a lot of playbooks here. You'll see that arrow route looks very similar. However, it is a much deeper running route. It doesn't break in until probably another 4 or 5 yards after, and it has a weird little dip in it, similar to that weird dip in the post out of mesh post. It tries to kind of slither between the two deep halves and say a cover two and get right up that into that hole. It doesn't work. It does not react anything like this route here does. I would not suggest using that to try to mimic this. But we'll do what everyone does here, and they just take the middle receiver or Godwin, they put him on a drag, they snap the ball. You can also motion AB out if you'd like. And you can see here he finds the hole between the thirds and the hook curls there. Very good. However, what I like to do here is very similar to what we did in the last play smash return, as we don't make our audible, so let's do it the right way here. Similar setup, so we're going to leave Evans on his C. We're going to put Godwin on a crosser. Now, it's not the stock crosser, as you can see. That run, there's not as many, stops or moves there. As you can see, it's just one break, as opposed to this crosser's got multiple. So this is the hot route crosser. I like to motion over Godwin. You can keep everybody the same. You can keep Gronk there. You can try to hit Godwin, say, over the middle. Or another way to run this play is you put Gronk on a flat here. So he won't go upfield at all. Obviously, he's running a flat route. So this way, you'll have a bit more time to sneak, more green grass, to sneak that ball into Godwin. And if you can rack it upfield, get him over here. You put Gronk on your flat. That's all. Motion snapping Godwin. If you got a little bit of stick work, you can get out of there and go score a touchdown. A very useful way to run this play without throwing it to the arrow route that AB is running here. Because 9 out of 10 times when people see you running the Carolina Panthers playbook, they're going to think you're doing this. Right here, you'll motion him out. You're going to look for him to find that gap over the zones. Now, using that here and there is great. Now, motioning AB out on, say, smash return, when we put Godwin on a streak and all that stuff, when we motion him out, we're looking for Gronk in that soft spot between the zones here. That's all set up by that arrow route. We want the opponent to think we're going to run double post and throw that arrow route and use that high-low read every time. That way we have the advantage. And that being said, let's get into the next play, which is PA dig fork. I always want to say fork dig. It's dig fork. Very good play here. So unique route with the Z post. We can again then motion him out, leave it as is, and try to hit him in a very similar place where the arrow route hit. Now, since we have Brady in hot route master, I like to put Evans on a C route. I'll smart route Antonio Brown, leave everything as is, motion him out. And that C route should occupy that third enough to where if you can get a decent pass there, as that was not, it was a little low, you can sneak that through the cover 3 there and have another cover 3 beater. However, that is what most people do on this. So what I like to do here is I like to hit this crosser here. Now, it is a corner route when it is on this side, but when you motion him over, it looks like more of a crosser. So I like to keep Gronk on his little baby hitch here. I do nothing different. I just motion over Godwin. I like to keep things as is. Ow. As you can see, it was a bad pass there. It's a little tricky read here. So we can get into the play again. That's actually a good teaching moment here. We can show what we can do here to make this play work. So if we put AB on an out route, creating a flood play, but he'll occupy that little seam, curl, the purple, that's running the cover 3 there. And this is a very good way to get him open. And this is a very unique route, like I said, because this is not a corner route. As you can see when we motion it over, it looks a lot different. This is a crossing route. It's the same route that's in drive post and trips tight end. It's very unique. Gets to very good spots, very soft spots between most zones, definitely in cover threes. Let me show it one more time. We can also say, let's show this, we can put AB on a clear route. We do have a high-low read here as long as our running back continues to run. As you can still see there, we can lead him upfield a little bit. We can still get Godwin out of there with big chunks. That was about 35 yards there. So a very useful play. It's not the way that most people run this. Most people are going to want to say, maybe put Evans on a comeback, smart route AB. You could do that. Leave things as is. You could block the running back, say, get him going real quick so it looks like you're running any of the other plays. You could really try to hit AB on a cover 3 beater. There, we caught it. He doesn't have enough speed to slip through there. And let's get into the last play. And the last play, without further ado, is outside zone. Okay, outside zone. I spent a little while trying to figure out numerous different ways how to run this effectively. I didn't see another run out of bunch offset in the Panthers. I know you can audible or just go into the offset weak, or offset strong rather. This running back is on the strong side. You can run the read option. However, this isn't how to run bunch strong like a boss. This is how to run bunch like a boss. So we're going to stick to the game plan here. So what I found is I was liking to ID this linebacker here. We're in the right play. And wait for my hole to open up the center here. It's tricky. That's why I have LaShawn McCoy. I wouldn't run this with someone like Leonard Fournette. He doesn't move as fast. You see here, we'll ID the other backer. And see, to me, the most important thing here with this play is knowing when to hold sprint or turbo. You absolutely do not want to do that before you break through the line that the linemen, offensive linemen, are creating. If you can wait long enough to get through that before you hit turbo or sprint, that's going to be how you bust this run wide open. That is the tip or trick of this play. Another useful thing here I found is when I motioned AB out, it gave, I believe it's Gronkowski, I think it's the tight end that somehow gets to the second level a little bit better when you motion out the widest receiver in the bunch there. As you can see, he creeps up to the second level a bit. Not the best run play out of bunch I've seen this year. To be honest, I think the read option that is in the Seahawks playbook, it's an inside zone, or you run with a quarterback. If you just hold A, you hand it off every time. I believe that's probably the best run out of any bunch in Madden 21 that I found or used. Second would be base because it's a power. You get a pulling guard there, so you can get behind him and make some moves here. So we can try to do this one more time. I'll show you here that when you motion over either one, it doesn't matter. They flip with their cover 3. And if we got a little pancake there, we're able to get, you're able to get a few yards, unless you really try to get sticky with it here and try to bounce it to the outside. Hope you get some good blocks. I tried double teaming, IDing everybody, doing a lot of things like that. I wasn't able to get to the outside effectively where I would run it at all. So again, motion AB out, wait for your chance, hit turbo. You're not going to lose too many yards running it up the middle there with this run play. But that is what I found your best chance to be able to break this for a big run. So with that being said, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in to another video by omegasports.org. And this is Matt, and we're signing out. Thank you very much.